What's up, guys? Another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I'm T-Script. This is my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Trentinator. We got Dab in. Dabby. Woo, woo, woo. There we go. All right, guys, give me just a second. We apologize why we're late, but we have a good reason why we're late. We have a fantastic interview coming up, guys. It is gonna blow you all away. Oh, another thing we gotta do for Caleb and Brown. Give us 32 seconds so you guys can view this while me and Trent do some of this stuff.
Well, we what? Oh, yeah. You going back up?
Yeah, sorry.
I
had to do a couple things. Whoa.
What's up?
What's up,
Drummer.
guys? Here we are. We made it. Drummer, what up, dude? What's up, JG? Long time no see. Did you finish your project that you're working on? I'm stoked to see it.
I don't know if JG's still on because he commented at 7:17.
Oh, frick. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, JG might not be here.
I hope that I didn't make the live earlier, or not live, but instead of scheduling it for 7:30, I hope that I didn't just not give it a scheduled time. Because look, Sarah commented at 5 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, there's no scheduled time.
So I think it was just indefinite. It said upcoming the whole time. But I was throwing it up as we were doing our interview.
What's crack-a-lackin'?
Nesquick, I am sorry that I didn't ask you for a thumb. It's not because I don't like you. It's just simply because we were on a long interview with someone. Someone that I'll tell you later, but yeah.
I have to get you some more thumbs because I got a new hat now. It is sweet. Well, actually not new, but newer. My old thumbs.
We definitely do not hate you.
Guys, before we get into it, please smash that golden like button. Not down though, but up. And we smash it like that and give it a whack or two. Hit the subscribe bell right here. Ding-a-ding-a-ding. You'll find it in the corners over there. Smash that like. Hit that subscribe bell. Look for the awesome things that you know that we have. If you sold your car, we're going to put it on Bitcoin. And would it be a long or a short? Did you sell your coin, Jeremy? Ha ha ha. I know you're kidding. I can't wait to hear it. JK. No one. They hate you. OMG. OMG, guys. Seriously. Okay, well, we've been so crazy with our awesome interview. I'm going to go straight into the news, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
And we're kind of winging this because I have some of the stuff pulled up, but I didn't had it ready to go. So, oh, good, it's still here. Now we're good. Perfect. What happened in crypto? JP Morgan. What?
While you do your thing, I'm going to go grab my beer.
Daniel Gazi, what's up?
Because I'm usually not here Wednesday nights. This is a rare day.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's true. You're not here for Wednesdays. Man, are alts going to bleed or is it time for a dang bounce? Nah, we'll figure that out, actually. I can't say nah. Bitcoin's pumping at the current moment, but we'll figure that out in just a moment for you, ladies and gentlemen. JP Morgan to accept crypto ETFs as collateral for loans report. JP Morgan, the largest bank in the United States by asset, plans to offer trading and wealth management clients the option of using crypto-linked assets or collateral for loans, according to a June 4th report for Bloomberg. The bank is set to allow financing against crypto exchange traded funds (ETFs) in some weeks. JP Morgan will begin with BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust, which is according to SoVal.com, is the largest U.S. spot Bitcoin BTC ETF with $70 billion in net assets. The bank will also consider clients' crypto holdings when assessing net worth, treating digital assets similarly to traditional ones, with determining how much client can borrow against assets. JP Morgan is among U.S. banks betting on crypto initiatives for some of its clients. In 2020, it launched JP Coin, a dollar peg stablecoin, and in 2024, the bank reported holding shares of different spot Bitcoin ETFs. Let's go, JP Morgan. Get on the Bitcoin train. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alts will bleed. It's the summer. I don't know, man, if they will all bleed all summer long. We have a green dot on the monthly. If it closes on the monthly, I think that they might potentially pump. We do have potential, I think 5% rate cuts this month, but 37% chance for next month, I think it was. Bitcoin shrinking supply may trigger price breakout Sigma. Bitcoin's circulating supply is tightening fast, setting the stage for potential price surges as demand continues to grow, according to Sigma Bank's June 2025 monthly investment outlook. Sigma analysts noted that the Bitcoin price 105.84 liquid supply had dropped by 30% over the past 18 months, primarily driven by institutional adoption and the rise of Bitcoin acquisition vehicles. These entities, including exchange-traded funds, ETFs, and incorporated buyers, have steadily withdrawn coins from the exchanges and move typically seen as bullish. Bitcoin's fast liquidity supply is creating conditions for demand shocks and upside volatility, the report said. Since late 2023, Bitcoin's balance on exchanges have fallen about 1 million Bitcoin. The trend is accelerating as growing numbers of funds issue equity and debt purchase Bitcoin, further soaking up availability of supply. And sometime geopolitical and fiscal uncertainties politically around the weakening U.S. dollar, ballooning U.S. debt drive investors towards crypto markets. Okay, guys, you know what's really cool about this is that a lot of companies are picking up the Bitcoin strategic MicroStrategy's plan, where they just buy Bitcoin, hold it on the balance sheet. When all the companies in the world start doing this, guys, it's going to make Bitcoin go absolutely ballistic, and which would be huge. We love to see this. According to the Momentum, the 3 states recently passed legislation permitted Bitcoin reserves. New Hampshire has already signed the bill into law. Texas likely to follow. Meanwhile, investors' interest is growing. Sigma highlighted the Pakistan government and Reform UK. The party currently leading the UK elections polls have announced intentions to explore Bitcoin reserve strategies. What was that company? South Korea? Was it South Korea that our interviewer told us that they just appointed a Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, a crypto-friendly president of South Korea? Trump wallet, because I didn't want to say his name because I didn't want to have the spoilers for the interview. John 316, what's up, dog? How you doing, man? It was such a good day, dog. We had such a great interview. I'm so hyped, man. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. We got the Shadow Trade King in the house. He's out of the shadows and in the light. Yo, how's the S-Square doing with the Kill Bill? Thought I saw something about it popping off. Crypto Queen, BBLOE. Blessings, my good friend, John 316. Not only are you a good friend here, but you're a good friend on the Mr. Coin Baron show. I love seeing you show up, my good sir. We go into Trump wallet assessment spirals into confusion, and I'm only going to do a brief thing on this because we talked about this yesterday. The Trump Organization, Donald Trump Jr., the Trump Organization has zero involvement with this wallet. Eric Trump and I know nothing about it. Stay tuned. Will Liberty Financial, Will Liberty Fi, which we have been working tirelessly on, will be launching our official wallet soon. So they were saying this wallet is not their wallet. Trump Wallet website said the project is partnership with Magic Eden, get TrumpMemes.com, the latter owned by Fight LLC, which is co-owned by the company Trump Organization called CIC Digital LLC. Those two companies together own a majority of supply of Trump's meme coin. Okay, so they're just pretty much saying that they know nothing about this Trump wallet. So be very wary of it. Okay, very wary. Trump's crypto ties cloud digital assets legislation in Congress. Members in two House committee hearings debate framework for digital assets while raising concerns about the U.S. president using position to profit from the industry. Well, he has a profit if he doesn't sell. Leadership on the U.S. House Financial Services Committee, HFSC, seemed like they were not going to reach common ground to regulate digital assets with President Donald Trump's position potential conflicts of interest with industry. Sorry about that. In a June 4th hearing committee, ranking members of Maxine Waters reiterated concerns that without classification within the bill, Trump could use Digital Asset Manager Clarity Act to further cash in on crypto. California represents cited examples of President hosting a dinner for his top meme coin holders who reportedly paid roughly $148 million for the opportunity to attend, and suggested that Trump could use the market structure to put Americans' money in the digital wallet. This rushed, overly complicated bill will increase investor harm, which already runs rampant in today's market, said Waters, referring to the proposed Clarity Act. Some of the riskier activities broadly exempted from the bill, leaving our constituents with no one to turn to with their money vanishes. The bill puts our national security at risk and contains no penalties for crypto criminals. Oh my goodness, I'm not reading all that. Okay, Maxine doesn't like Trump. How's that? That makes sense. Okay, she doesn't like him. But guys, how do you feel about the big beautiful bill saying that no states can put laws on AI within a 10-year period, the next 10 years? How do you feel about that? Because like
real quick, I feel really good about this space cookie that I just got a shipment of.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yesterday. Look, I wait for this release every year, and I always miss it every year. Because if you're not on the Monkish Instagram, and if you're not on there every day and you miss when they drop it, it all sells out the same day. And last year, I happened to get like 2 cans. Is that edible? I happened to get like 2 cans from someone last year that was reselling on Facebook. But I got like 4 4-packs, which was the limit that you could get because I happened to see it at the right time. So I'm stoked about this. It's a hazy double IPA brewed literally with cookies, milk sugar with lactose, and vanilla beans. And it's coming in at 8.3%. And give our little ASMR pop.
ASMR pop.
And our pour. I know it looks the same color as everything else that I drink. It's still a hazy IPA, you know, but it's just got those notes of cookie and lactose and vanilla bean.
So guys, you guys don't know this. I'm on a 2 days now without food. Okay, straight 2 days without food, just water fast. Now, maybe tomorrow, what I'll do to break my fast after 3 days is I'll have a beer on the stream and see how hard it hits me with no food in the stomach.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, the first 3-day fast I ever did, it was a legit 72-hour water fast. I was about 16 years old, and then after it was over, I ate a McDonald's burger, and it was a bad decision. It like defeats the whole purpose of it, you know.
It defeats the whole purpose.
I mean, not really, but it's like, dude, you can't ease yourself in with something.
Man, that's so funny, Trent. That's what you went to.
Eat papaya with the seeds. All right, now or with grape seeds. That helps you clean out. Oh, hey, there you go.
Grape seeds. Andre, what's up, dog? What up, man? Trent. Okay, so I did ask everybody what do they think about the big beautiful bill banning AI for 10 years, because that really worries me, because look how much the first iPhone came out 20 years ago. So 10 years from now, the AI, dude, is gonna be really advanced, like almost worrisome advanced. I don't know what you guys think about that. And then I wanted to show you guys this too while we're in this article. I don't know, man. I feel like AI should be somewhat regulated within 10 years. This is pretty big for my H-Bar fans out here. Much love. They can do a lot in 10 years. They will do a lot. Look how much when did we see Will Smith eating spaghetti? How many years ago was that? Like 4? You know, the first AI video. And now I'm looking at videos of AI, and I'm like, I can't tell if this is real or fake. I gotta look for the little VO AI thing in the corner. You know what I mean? Like, that's just freaking wild.
The other way you can tell is when they have them saying stuff that's out of character for that person.
Extra fingers. The extra fingers won't last very long.
Right. Or when, it's still not very good at voice inflection. Right? It'll have one kind of monotone the whole way through the speech.
Hell yeah, dude. It is all downhill from here. We'll see, dude. We'll see, Mr. Shadow King. My Zen sometimes is in my work truck, because I don't give a fuck who's in front of me, so I should say that. But that's how it is. I'm like, I'm bigger than you, and you guys are all smaller than me in these residential neighborhoods, so you get out of my way. I'm coming through. And then you drive to a nice golf course, and you look at everything, and you just pick up the garbage, and you see what people's throwing out.
Daniel, is that AI?
Have you seen the video of Brad Pitt asking everyone to buy Gala games? That has to be AI. Guys, but check this out. Okay, for you guys don't know, my two biggest holdings is XRP and Hedera. I love those two coins. And check this out, guys. Arrow Electronics joins Hedera Council to advance supply chain solutions. Let's go, guys. That's another member, and we got a lot more to call. Come. I meant to say come. And if you guys don't know, Arrow Electronics, I can't remember what I was going to say. Never mind. A Hedera council member is governing body. Oh, sorry, I can't read, man. I have so much energy right now. It was that coffee I drank a couple hours ago. That's all I have in my system. Yes, it's not water, but, getting the migraines from no caffeine is brutal. Hedera Council is governing a body made up of leading global organizations to foster trust, security, and innovation in Hedera network. Published distributed ledger technology, DLT. Arrow is exploring and development DLT-based supply chain use case built on Hedera network. I can't read tonight, Trent. This initiative will focus on enabling real-time visibility into movement of goods across complex, multiple-party supply chain, facilitating automated compliance checks and enhancing predictive logistics and capabilities. Oh my gosh! The global manufacturing and distributing systems. And guys, just so you know, I pulled this off Yahoo Finance in like 2 seconds, because that's just telling you how big Hedera is. Yahoo is talking about it. Gotta put some chapstick on too, man. My lips are so dang chapped, I can't talk either. So I think that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty big. Trent, you want to go into Tap Tools? I'm just kidding.
Yep. I do want to head into some charts real quick, just so I just
Pull
for
'em up,
myself.
man.
Anything. Let's see here. Share screen, and there you go. All right, so Ethereum. I'm really interested in what Ethereum is doing right now because I do think that it's going to front run altcoin season. I think that it's going to be the harbinger for altcoin season. And if we start on the weekly, the only thing that's not to like about this is that
Trent, 1 second.
Oh yeah. The only thing that's not
There you
to
go,
like.
Trent. I added to stage.
Oh, thank you. If we start on the weekly, the only thing that's not to like about this is that the stochastics are so high. But that can balance out. It can reset with some sideways action. So that's the only thing that I don't like. Other than that, you have the MACD heading on a breakout toward the 0 line right here. You have the RSI only sitting at 54 on the weekly, which has a ton of room to run. We have this. By the way, I need to confess my sins to the Brew Group. I have been. I'm in Crypto Lifer's trading group now, and I have discovered that I was wrong about the moving averages that he uses. I thought that he was using the EMAs the whole time, which, to be fair, I had my own little system with it, and it was working out for me. I've been bagging a good amount of profit trading over the last couple months. But I did make this switch over the last couple days, and what I've found is that on the MA, just the moving average, not the exponential.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah, but what I've found is that the 200 MA is less prone to false breakouts than it is if you're using the EMA. So I have made that switch, and I haven't noticed any difference when it comes to the 21 between the MA and the EMA. I've noticed basically zero difference. It behaves exactly the same way as when I was watching the EMA bands. But I will say the 200 specifically, the MA seems to be a much better marker of a reversal.
How so?
Simply because you're not getting. Well, I'll show you. If I go over to the daily, okay, see how the price action is underneath the 200 EMA.
Yeah,
it's flat. It's almost. I don't know if you call it a flag, but it's consolidating.
Wait, which one's your 200?
The red.
The red. Okay.
Yeah.
I use yellow. That's why
I changed the colors of mine, but I kept the yellow is the 50 and the red is the 200 and the white is the 21. So price is consolidating underneath the 200 MA. If this was the EMA, the price is actually consolidating just above the 200 EMA, which, if you listen to Lifer, getting above the 200 is an entry signal, right? And so, you could have been prompted to take that entry on the EMA, and then you would have just bought into a bunch of chop, is what would have happened. But on the MA, the signal has not flashed yet. So it's interesting.
Hey, later, Shadow King.
Oh yeah, what do you say?
You gotta check out our interview we'll be coming out with the next day or two.
Yeah, do we want to say anything about that right now, or
I've been
or
trying
no?
to keep it really.
Huh?
I was
Okay.
keeping it on the DL.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
huge, guys. It's the biggest interview we've ever had, and it might be the biggest interview we ever will get. It is incredible. You're gonna love it.
Well, I'm holding out that we're gonna keep getting bigger and better. No, not that. Yeah, no. Anyways, there's a lot to say, guys. I'll just say it like this. There's something that we've been itching to tell you guys because we want you guys to know exactly like what our backgrounds are, and we don't want to keep anything from our community. I mean, it's nothing bad. I'll leave that for you to judge, I guess. But it's nothing bad. It's just something that we, for a lot of reasons, we weren't ready to say yet. But what we did know is that we have to talk about it sooner rather than later. Just because we want, we like talking to you guys in the chat today, every day. We like the community that we're building here. And we don't want to wait until several more months down the road to tell you guys something really big about our background in crypto YouTube. So but it is coming out in the interview, which I should be posting tomorrow, and yeah, I'll leave it at that. So we have the price consolidating underneath the 200 MA, and if this gets above that line, that's Lifer's signal to go in. Not only is it his signal, it's his signal flashing on the daily chart. Now he has other signals. Okay, one of them is if you go over to the 5 minute. This isn't a good example of it right now. But if you have the 5 minute flagging out, and
so right. Was that a good time to get out? Oh, is that breaking above the 200 right there? Would that have been a good time to get in?
It is, but that is the signal, but it didn't play out. Now, if you would have, he does start on the 1 minute though when it comes to breaking above the 200. So this break here above the 200 on the 1 minute, you would have stayed above your entry for this whole move. You look at it on the 7 minute, we're not above it yet. The 5 minute did get above it and dip back down, but I don't know. It may pierce back above it again. You kind of gotta, and the stochastic, we've got like a bullish cross down here. We could bump back above that. Obviously it's not going to play out perfectly 100% of the time, but
I think he says he's happy if it plays out like a third of the percent of the time, because he sets a stop loss out. He makes like way more. When
right. Here's the signal on the hour chart right here. You see it? It's right there.
Oh, yep.
And if you would have taken that signal on the 1 hour, breaking above the 200, you would have got a nice little pump. Even if you held it through all this chop and back down, you would have came almost back down to your entry, but then you still would have gone back up again. So you would have had a lot of time to, plus on the hourly chart, you shouldn't be holding that trade for, 40 hours, right? Like, you would have had plenty of opportunity to take profit following that signal on the 1 hour. So, yeah. Anyways, coming back to the daily, where, the interesting thing about this is that we're like you see this pressure building between the 21 and the 200, right? Like, it's got to make a decision. And it's got to make a decision really soon. And man, I really hope that decision is to the upside. But the fact that the stochastics are just starting their move up on the daily chart leads me to believe that that decision might be a break above the 200. So I don't know, man. Like I think that Ethereum is looking strong, and by strong I mean there's a lot of pressure building that might just be a pop to the upside and a break above the 200 for the first time since November. And look what happened in November. When the daily broke above the 200 MA in November, it took us from 29.58 to 41. So, man, I don't know. I like
Get ready.
yeah.
I think on ETH, just off of my general assumption, where's that? You can keep your chart up.
Okay.
On the weekly, right? You're looking at the weekly, right?
Daily.
Oh, daily.
Yeah. I'll go to the weekly though. There you go. The only thing I don't like about the weekly is that the Stokes are high, but the irregular RSI is not high, and we do have a break above the 200.
I think it's kind of hard because we're halfway through the week. I would not be surprised to see like a week or 10. I'd say it's hard because we're middle of the week. 4 to 10 days, I would say, trade sideways before we decide to make a move up.
Yeah. Well, so
that's what I would say. That would a good little trade sideways, reset a little bit, because we got the VWAP coming in on my end, curving down. We haven't broke below the zero line. We're still at 9.7, but the momentum waves are they're not like full blown like angled up. They're kind of like this. There's a difference between like this is saying the gates are open, and we're kind of curving like this, which makes you want to kind of go like around. Versus when the gates are open, you kind of have it going up still. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So if we're rounded like this, I would expect the momentum waves to kind of curve down a little bit, maybe tap just below the zero line and come back up. You follow my
yeah. So on the 3-day chart, is that not flagging out? I went to the 3-day chart because you said, the next 3 or 4 days. And I thought to myself, well, let me go look at the 3-day chart then. Is that not?
3-day chart is confirming a potential catapult up.
Really?
And the reason why I say that, I'll show you my chart. The reason why I say that, which actually I didn't even think about looking at the 3-day until you mentioned it, which is kind of funny. ETH share. I'm gonna pull yours down for a second and throw mine up. So reason why I think that is because we have a blue triangle for market cipher A lighting up one dot, and then a green dot saying all 5 of the waves are lit up. And see the momentum wave, it curved up like this, but we haven't curved down. And this purple line is the strength coming up. The green line is saying we're oversold. Now the VWAP, if it really wanted to smash down, the VWAP wave didn't smash down. We're at a -2, which is making you think this could be a trampoline or a springboard to shoot us up. That is what I see. I think that could be a strong possibility.
Man, look at that. Look at the move that happened after those 3 green dots. That's crazy.
That's because this is a shoulder, head, and shoulder on market cipher A. Jesus, take the wheel. And if you entered right here, is what I was telling you. Just woof, woof.
Man.
So Jesus, take the wheel like this.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call it. Or that's what he says, which is a shoulder to shoulder.
I have such a hard time understanding how CryptoFace's mind works because
I
of
do
all that,
too,
you know?
but I'm always trying.
Yeah.
He's actually a really funny guy to listen
Right. Right.
to. So you can also see here on the 4-hour 2 trend, Jesus take the wheel. It's almost like some sort of bullish divergence. Hand, head, hand, and then bullish divergence. Boom. We have that on the 3-day.
Let me go back to.
Was there bullish divergence? No, there. I think there's slightly, but not on all the hands. Like I think he could pull some very mild divergence right here, but there's still a little divergence.
Well, no, I mean there's no point where the price dips.
On my end, there's for sure a little bit of divergence.
Well, there's.
I don't know how he does his blue oscillator waves. That's confidential.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, but I mean, there's no right here. There's no place where the price makes a lower low while the RSI makes a higher high. You know. Now I do think that if you have a swing up on the price, I know I just did that the same color, but
did you know CryptoFace used to sell spiders and cockroaches to collectors? Because he had me thinking about I have no idea how his mind works. But he said that was his dream job.
Okay, so I drew that faint blue line right here. Right, I don't know if you can see it. It's following the yellow line of the bottom of the flag.
Yeah.
So I drew that blue line right there. So that's a swing up on the price with a swing down on the RSI. Is that hidden bullish divergence? Let me look that up again.
Swing. That's like you're thinking of like a slanted left and right butt cheek is hidden.
Right.
What's up, Calvin? What's crackin' my dude? We have a killer interview coming out here shortly, so stay tuned for that because I'm so excited about it.
Bullish hidden divergence occurs when the price forms higher lows while the indicator forms.
Welcome back, Daniel. You didn't even say you left.
So that is hidden bullish divergence. That's a swing up on the price with a swing down on the RSI.
Oh.
It's very slight. It's very slight, but it's there. I would not have looked for that unless.
No, we haven't checked out the Gala chart. Though we could check out the Gala chart when we're done with ETH if Trent wants to switch over when he's done.
Yeah, I would not have looked for that unless you told me that you were maybe seeing something on Market Cipher.
Yeah. I do see something on Market Cipher. A little bit.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So, 3-day flagging out, it's interesting because it's in the same, not quite the same. The 1 day is just a lot tighter, right?
Yeah.
But it's underneath the 200 just hanging out right there, which is in a similar position as the daily. The difference is it's just really tight on the daily because the 21 and the 200 are
okay. Can I answer this question real fast to Calvin? So Calvin, what advice I would say to anybody, which actually had somebody sign up today under my crypto.com link, and what I'm going to tell him, well, one, I think he should do the crypto.com ETF baskets, but if you want to get into a real good allocation, like a pro one, I think 25% Bitcoin, 25% blue chips, 25% of your portfolio you can put into memes, 25% keep in cash. And by memes, I mean like smaller cap things. That doesn't necessarily mean memes, but like smaller cap stuff. And you can probably play around with those numbers too, because I think if you balance out that portfolio and keep 25% Bitcoin, 25% cash, I think as you're balancing your portfolio and you raise all those numbers out, I think you're going to have a really well balanced portfolio and you're going to do really well. Because when Bitcoin starts crashing or goes up in price, you know it's going to unbalance your portfolio and you can DCA into cash. When BTC starts crashing back down, you know, on a pie chart, you're like, oh, now I have 26% cash and 24% Bitcoin. You can shift it over. And same thing with the large caps. When alts start shooting up and it's like Bitcoin dominance is dropping, all your alts are going to shoot up and your portfolio is going to get out of whack. You can start balancing it back out. I think that is the best way to do it for a more advanced trader. Now, if you don't want to do that, I think buying like the crypto.com ETF baskets, buying like the American made one is be fine. You could also do it like that by 25% the meme coin basket that crypto.com has, by 25% the I think they call it the Trio 3, which is like Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, or something along those lines. But I think those are also a good way to diversify.
So mine is more aggressive, but also less aggressive in a different way. Mine is more aggressive on higher cap altcoins, and it's less aggressive on lower cap altcoins. I'll explain. Mine is like 30% Bitcoin, 30% XRP, 30% Cardano, with 5% in whatever speculative thing you want. Even if that speculative thing for you is something higher cap like Sweet, right? Or if that speculative thing for you is something, Trump coin. We just had an interview with somebody who made me think twice about Trump coin, man. What he said was that, I'm not going to tell you who it was yet, but you'll see when it comes out. But what he said was that Trump coin could be the first $100 billion meme coin.
Did you know it was almost there already? When it pumped up to like $80, it was like, I think it was 70 or 80 billion market cap. Now, granted, it didn't have that amount of money in there, but that was just, how the market cap works.
It wasn't that high, or it would have been in the top 10.
It was.
No, it would have been right under Solana if
it was. It made it a top 10.
Man, I need to buy some Trump coin.
Right now, it's sitting at $2 billion market cap at rank 42.
I never thought I would say that, but I just as a hedge, I should probably buy a little bit. But anyways, 30% Bitcoin, 30% XRP.
Careful, you might start buying Luna Classic.
And no, negative. And then the last 10% I would split between, take your pick of the market and put 5% in whatever you want, and then keep 5% in cash.
You want to head over to Gala when you're done?
Yeah, here I go.
Gala Games! Let's go, Gala! Let's go!
Okay, so a lot of work to do.
Bullishness.
1 hour.
Bullishness.
It's got to get above the 21. It's got to get above the 100.
If he was going to long it, should he wait longer or?
Well, yeah. So let's just go down the whole time frame, right? Starting from the daily. Well, he already has his entry at I forget what he said it was.
I think he's waiting to put a new one in.
Oh, okay. So, man, on the daily, okay, I like that the that the stochastic RSI is low. Let me just go to the weekly real quick. Weekly, that's a falling wedge if I've ever seen one.
It is a falling wedge. He got stopped out.
Oh, he got stopped out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a falling wedge if I've ever seen one. And on the weekly,
He's back in at 1653. So he just got back in. I would, if you get back in, okay, you go, Trent. I would keep it open only for like 4 hours because I think we could be going down more.
Okay, so look, there's your falling wedge. It's got to get above the 21. It's got work to do. It's got to get above the 21. It's got to get above the 50, the 100, the 150, and the 200. Just plain and simple. Your histogram on the RSI is turning green. Sorry, on the MACD is turning green, and you've got a bullish cross right here. So RSI is neutral. Stokes are coming down. We come down to the 3-day. Okay, on the 3-day, look how low the stochastic RSI is. There could be a little more downside, but you're nearing it. You know, it looks like it's nearing the bottom of that move. Now you also have this falling wedge on the 3-day. You're like teetering on the edge of the 21 MA, and you don't want to lose that. Let me go down to the daily. Okay, again, you're in the pattern right there. I would draw the pattern a little bit different on the daily. All right, I'd bring it right there. You're below all of these moving average bands, but the stochastics are low. The MACD is low. It could start to curve pretty soon. Again, it's telling me that there's a little more downside that could come. And on the daily, I could draw this pattern a little bit more neatly, right? Let me just erase those lines all together, and I'll redraw them to take this, to take the daily into, so, yeah, it just got work to do. You're gonna wait for a little bit. Okay, now on the 4-hour, the stochastics are low. Again, you're underneath every moving average band that's there.
That's what I have too.
Like, I'm not a huge fan of that right now. Like, okay, I will say, look at this. You could, if this does go lower, you could form a bullish divergence, maybe, if price dips, but RSI would have to not go any lower, which is not going to happen. So scratch that. Let me go to the 1 hour. Okay, on the 1 hour, probably come back to the 21. So maybe you scalp this. Maybe you get out of the mindset just for right now. of
That's what I was thinking of scalp.
making your big long play. I don't know. So look, if you're, I need to go back to the drawing board on this completely. If you want to hold this to all-time highs, and what I need to ask myself is, I'm going to get rid of one of my indicators because I don't have the expensive trading view. So I'll delete the stochastics for right now, and I'll put the VRVP on here, and well, I just took the stochastics off, so I should be able to VRVP. Dude, I just took something off. I should be able to.
What'd you take?
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so on the daily, you're below the point of control on the VRVP. But how low can you really go? You know, there's this volume node down here. I'll draw a horizontal line right there. Okay, so that coincides with price action right here. You have candle closes to the bottom right here as support. You have candle closes over here as resistance. You have support over here. So man, 1527, like and then the other line that I would draw is probably right here at 1559. And then, you know, see it wicks to it right there on May 25th. No, sorry, May 31st. It wicked down to that line.
I think too, Trent, like my price target, I think would be a good entry point would be around the 1.5 cent level, because it hits that a lot, and the next price point is like that has a lot of support. Even if you go back like a couple of weeks ago, is 1282. And I think if you entered at 1.5, I don't think 1282 is that much lower. And I think 1.5 would be a good level.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well try to get a better level at 1284, whatever I said. But if it breaks below, then you have a more hurt coming.
Yeah. So, I don't know, like, why not just ride this back to the, you went long, right? So why not ride this back to the 21 EMA, or sorry, the 21 MA, or the point of control even? Let me go to the 15-minute. Okay, so we got I don't know. If you get in, honestly, if it were me, if you get in profit, I would take your profit and I would wait. Because,
that's what I would do.
Yeah, because here's the 4 hour, okay? Why not? If you get in profit on the smaller time frame, why not just take your profit and then wait for this to reclaim the 21 EMA the 21 MA on the 4 hour at the very least? Because if you had done that right here, okay, it reclaimed the 21, and then you set a stop at break even, you know, you would have rode this move up here, which was pretty sizable. See, the problem is that you're not paying the trader. That's the problem at the end of the day. Now, I know that you're holding out to pay the trader down the road, but you know, if you cash out on every one of these moves,
Flat
then
Smack is back.
oh hey,
Oh hey, yesterday.
yeah. So oh, Flat Smack, weren't you the was Flat Smack the fellow lifer?
I think so.
Shout out.
Shout out to the lifer group. Holla.
Yeah, and you know, that's the, if you were paying the trader, so to speak, you know, in every one of these smaller moves, you'd have more money on the table. Look, the histogram on the MACD is turning red too on the 4
I think it's Daniel. I think it's going to pump. I just don't. I think you'll get a little pump. That's what the 1-2 hours say, and that I think that's going to take another dump. Unless Trump says everybody go out and buy Gala games because they're being added to the strategic reserve.
Yeah. You know, like here, let's just go to the even on the 15-minute, like, I wouldn't do. I would not long this unless the 5-minute can show me that it will get above the 200 MA. That's my final verdict. I open the door for my dog. What do you think?
I think that I'm in agreement with you. So if I take you down and I pull me up, so we got a double green dot with all Slater wave going for you and the VWAP coming up and string coming up on the 2 hour. 1 hour, it's like breaks up, fake out, break up, possible fake out on the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is kind of bearish. The 2 hour says we should break up probably to like 16, 17 ish. The 3 hour, a little bit bullish. The 4 hour says more downward action. We haven't flipped bullish yet. So there's that. 5 hour bearish, 6 hour even more bearish, 8 hour bearish, 12 hour bearish. You know, and that's why I would say maybe take profits and wait till you get some more bullish signals. You don't want to go against the trend, right? That's what Trent always says. The trend is your friend. We're trending down, okay? You're going against the trend, trying to long it. You will catch the bottom, but you might long it down here. Oops, I lose. You might long it here. You're like, yay, I'm up. Oops, you lose again. You know, so you might try to catch along here. You might go up like this. Oops, you lose again. So I would wait till you get to a better price point, like maybe down here, and try to catch that bottom. And maybe when we get down here, we'll get those, hey, this is green, this is green, this is green, this is lining up, this is lining up, this is lining up. And that's when you could get the money-making thing. Also, look at the 21. Bam, is puking sharp down, and it's coming towards that 50. Harsh and quick. You know, we might get a little pump up. We might get really close to breaking it, and then boop, the 21's going to break through the 50. There's your short-term death cross. Bam, we go down. The 200. I don't even see the 200. The 200 is way the hell up here on the daily. Trent, your mic's on mute.
On the 5-minute, the 200 MA is at 0.01667.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Ooh. You want to pull up are you able to pull up a TikTok video for Caitlin Brown?
Sure.
Head into our favorite sponsors or affiliates. Our sponsors affiliates.
Ranger, no.
My Lord Ranger, we're gonna have to marshal you in, Ranger. I shot the Ranger, but I didn't shoot the Marshal. It's tough times, man. I should start looking at Gala games. They'll tell me the rest of the market. I'm like, oh, if Gala's going down, I know the rest of the market's going to come down too. That's the leader. So when are you going to order some Snick energy drinks? Like a good friend JJ.
You interrupted it.
I interrupted what? You didn't play anything.
Oh, my screen's not shared. That's fine.
I like interrupting things, Trent, but I don't know what I'm interrupting. First, you gotta tell me how I can interrupt it properly.
Help articles. At Caleb and Brown, we always try and keep up with the most up-to-date information and research. We have some really great resources online, so you can look at things like our blog posts, which kind of talk to from the basics of crypto, what it is, what is Bitcoin, and then there's some more advanced blog posts that you can read. Help articles as well. We've got some really great help articles that kind of talk to our service and our product if you're needing to know, how we work. They're all online, so jump on and take a look.
I'm gonna do one more. I kind of like that one.
All this happened in crypto this week. Bitcoin fell 3% as US-China trade tensions and inflation worries weighed on markets. Trump media raised $2.4 billion to raise a Bitcoin reserve, potentially becoming one of the largest crypto holders in the US. Bitcoin treasury activity is growing, with Pakistan, El Salvador, GameStop, and others adding thousands of BTC to their balance sheets. Meanwhile, Ethereum grew 2.5%, with $321 million of ETF inflows. Sharpton Gaming raised $425 million to raise an Ethereum treasury, while the newly introduced Clarity Act aims to hand over crypto oversight from the SEC to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Read all about this and more in the weekly roll-up newsletter.
I like it, man. That is sweet.
Let's go.
Do we have any trades open on Bitfire right now using Crypto Pro Analyzer?
Oh, no, we don't.
I thought we opened one.
No, we looked at Gala yesterday.
Oh,
We didn't open that.
that's right.
Thank you, Calvin, for saying don't worry about your pup barking.
I tell you that all the time.
I know. I'll bring her on screen just for a second.
Just for a second, guys. This is kind of like a scattered show today because we had a killer interview and we're so excited to tell you about it. Or show you about it. It actually talks about a lot, like our backgrounds. We've been wanting to tell you about our backgrounds for a while, and we haven't done it yet. We're not just somebody, we're somebody awesome. Altcoin, check it out, guys. It is dumping so hard. It's like monthly support was like 97 and we're at 92. UFIS. Oh, look, it's Ranger. And she has no spots on her forehead.
The big boy is way too big to pick up like this.
Where's the big boy?
He's in bed.
Oh.
He's getting old. He's like 8 years old.
So is Des. Des is 6, 7.
Yeah.
How old do dominations usually live?
Like 13, 14 years.
Hey, you know what? If you get another one, I want you to name him Polka Dot.
No,
after the crypto.
I can't.
Why not?
You know, well, this might give away what our thing, but
Don't you dare give away!
Okay,
No!
somebody's dog was named Ada. You remember that?
No.
Oh, okay. Well.
Trent, why do you think Fartcoin is down another 14%? If you look at it on the monthly, look at it. It's fallen below its like monthly support. That's not good. And we were just talking about this the other day because like it's down 29% for the week because it dropped right here yesterday and it dropped another chunk. Now look at it on the yearly. I mean, granted, it's only been out since like 6 months. So here's October, right? We run up. That's great. Is this a double top trend on a longer time frame?
Not even.
No, I mean like if you squished it together like really tight, could that be considered a double top? And Fartcoin is on its way to death row.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could. I have a bad feeling about it.
That's why I never got into it, man. I'm like, I'm not buying a thing called Fartcoin. I'm sorry, it's just not happening.
Yeah, I don't care how many gains I leave on the table. I'm out.
There's more gains to pick up other places like Loki.
Yeah.
So look, if Fartcoin is down for the hour, down for the day, down for the week, down for the month, like how much time could you have actually been up?
Yeah.
You know? Look at Floki. At least you could have been up for the week, monthly. You would have been. This chart might look ugly. It's better than the Fartcoin chart. That is sad.
Well, is it time to sign off?
I think so.
My wife's calling me. She went.
Okay, we'll do it real quick. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
She's transmitting a summon. Guys, we appreciate you coming to support the Blockchain Brew Show. We have awesome interview again. It's coming up here shortly. We appreciate you guys for the support. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for keeping our chat active. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching our sponsors. Thank you for being awesome. We're here for you, and we are going to talk to you guys soon. Dabbing out. Dabby, 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 dabby. Slam the beer. Okay, good. Where's my mouse? I'm looking for the mouse.